Hi everyone, welcome to this brand new series from senior software engineer to tech lead, mastering articulation and leadership skills. If you're like me, a senior software engineer who is great at coding, but now looking for a step into a leadership role, you've probably realized something writing code alone isn't just enough anymore. To grow, you need to communicate clearly and influence the decisions and articulating the ideas in a way that inspires others. That's what this series is about. Together, we'll go step by step and starting with a foundation of articulation and then moving into a daily communication and leadership conversations. And finally, strategic presence. By the end, you won't be just a no, you won't be just a strong coder. You will be someone who can lead the teams and guide projects and earn trust through the way you communicate. So let's start this episode 1. The very first step, shifting your mindset from coder to leader. Explain. Let me ask you something. Have you ever explained your work to your manager and felt like they didn't really get it? Example, you said, I optimized the API and reduced the DB calls by 60%. And they just nodded. No excitement and no recognition. Why? Because they weren't hearing what they really cared about. Here is the truth. As a developers, we trying to explain the how part, but leaders are expected to explain the why and what. That's the mindset shift we need to master if we want to step up into a leadership role. Coder versus leader. Same work, different language. Let me show you the difference in action. When I speak like a coder, I'll say I catch the results in Redis and reduce the DB calls by 60%. But when I speak as a leader, I'll say we improve the API performance so customers can see a faster results and reduce in the infrastructure cost. See, the same work, completely different articulations. So speak about impact, not implementation. And audience matters. One of the biggest mistake as engineers we do is using the same communication styles for everyone. But the truth is our audience decides how we should speak. No, when we are talking to a developer, we should talk about use cases and the design trade-offs and code. And when we are talking to our manager, focus on progress. And it's like what's done and what's next and what's blocked. And to product owners, we should focus on outcomes like customer experience and delivery, timelines, and business impact. If you mix that up, you either confuse the people or you lose their attention. So before every conversation, ask yourself, whom am I talking to, and what do they care about most? So here is how we should speak. Always we should start with why it matters, and next explain what is the outcome, and finally explain how we did it only if it is required. Simple, right? But it's incredibly powerful. Like because leaders inspire actions, they don't just describe work. All right, let's put it into the action. Now think of one thing that you have worked on the last week and now explain in three ways. First, explain to another developer, go technical details, and explain to your manager, focus on progress, and explain to your product owner, focus on customer and business impact, and record yourself and listen back. Did you focusing on impact or just implementation? So here is the mindset shift. Stop leading with how, start leading with why and what. If you do this, you'll notice something powerful. People start listening differently. You will be no longer just a coder in the room. You'll be the leader people want to follow.